Friends, what you are coming here is Osho's Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, 43rd meditation. With mouth slightly open, your mouth. Keep mind in the middle of the tongue. Keeping the mind in the middle of the tongue. Or as breath comes silently in, as you inhale the breath, feel the sound. Feel the sound ha. With mouth slightly open, keep mind in the middle of the tongue. Can you keep the mind in the middle of the tongue? We are going to see in the meditation. Or as breath comes silently in, feel the sound. So, my dear friends, generally what we do, we focus everything through the mind, isn't it? Everything, all the activities we focus through the mind. See, in countries like China, Japan and Korea, most of the people focus from their belly. The belly part is their mind, below the belly. That's the reason their thoughts are different and our way of behavior are different. So, as you change your focus, see what is mind? Mind is brain. Brain is the physical part. So, when you focus from the brain part, your thinking, your behavior will be in a different pattern. What is the mind? It is the focus. There are 7 centers in your body. How many centers? 7 centers. When you concentrate on each center and you see the world, then your behavior will be different and your pattern of behavior and manners and way of life, the world will be different for you when you concentrate on the different centers. See here, the psychologists or human research people, they found when you are doing sex, most of the sex is done focusing through the mind. As you focus through the mind, what happens? You don't reach the peak of sex, that is orgasm. Orgasm means what? The top level in sex. Because you are concentrating and focusing through your mind. Whereas you should focus through your genitals. Genitals means what? Sex organ. That should be the focus area and not through the mind. Once you focus through your mind, then opposite party also thinking through the mind. You are also thinking through the mind. Then 4 persons are involved. How many persons? The body is involved. The mind is involved. Here the body is involved. Mind is involved. Not 2 bodies are mingling. Here the minds are mingling. So sex is something, a different thing, where the genitals should be involved. The focus should be from your male organ, and if it is a female, it should be in the female organ. But when you concentrate on the mind, then everything will be disgusting. You may have children, that's not a problem, but you won't be able to reach the peak of sex. Have you seen the temple in Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat temple? Different statues are there. 6 statues, male and female statues doing sex. You see the face will be so beautiful. The face will be so peaceful, just like a Buddha's face, so calm and quiet. They do sex in a meditative state. See, when you do sex using your mind, the mind takes time. Mind means what? Usually it is time. Within particular time you have to finish. That is what the mind. When you focus through your mind, then the time comes here. Within 5 minutes, you are planning only for taking away your sperms out, ejaculating the sperms, relaxing yourself. It is just for relaxation. But when you focus through your genitals, time is not involved. So it becomes infinite. There will be peace. So once you take all the sexual feelings, when you concentrate from your genitals and not from your head, what happens? Your face becomes relaxed. Your face becomes so beautiful to watch. It is not disturbed. So when you remove, see, when you think sex in your mind, what happens? All the frustration, all the anxiety, everything is reflected through your face. But when you remove all the sexual focus from your head, from your mind to your genitals, what happens? Your face looks calm, quiet, peaceful. So here in this Khajuraho temple, you find a lot of people, a lot of statues. Their face looks so harmonious, because in good olden days they never have done sex through mind. Most of them, it is something like it's like a nature, where focus from their genitals. See, have you been to a country like Japan? Do you know about samurais? Samurais are warriors. Just like in India, Kshatriyas, Kshatriyas are fighters. In Japan, they call them samurais. Samurais, the first initiation, when they want to be a samurai soldier, what they have to do? They have to concentrate and focus everything from below their belly, 2 inches below their belly. So they have to concentrate deep below their, that is a navel part, 2 inches below the navel part, that is the belly. So once they come focus from that, it is very difficult to defeat them. They are the most strongest and very, you cannot defeat a samurai. If two samurais are fighting, you see what will happen? Nobody can become the winners, because when you go in for this, this place is called Hara, they say, Hara, H-A-R-A. Hara, it is 2 inch below the navel part. When they focus from their hara and they fight, what happens? They will be intuitive. The fight is not intellectual. Intellectual means what? Using your mind. Here the mind is not intellectual fighting, it is intuitive fighting. Intuitive means what? You know when the enemy will attack. Before the enemy attacks, you will attack. That is called intuition. So all the samurais will be fighting through their intuitive method. You know a great mathematician called Ramanujam in India? Ramanujam is a great mathematician. In London, in England, there was a great mathematician in London. His name is Hardy. To solve a problem, one difficult problem was that it took nearly 6 hours for him to solve a problem. So he comes here, he meets Ramanujam and he asks Ramanujam the same problem. Ramanujam was able to say within seconds. Hardy took 6 hours to solve a mathematics problem. Here Ramanujam took just minutes to solve the problem. Then they asked Ramanujam, how are you able to solve this problem? And Ramanujam told, I don't know. I never focused from my mind. Suddenly it came, I just told it. So he must have concentrated, focused from the Sahara. Maybe in earlier generation he must have been born as a Japanese. He might have been a samurai. So here when you focus from different centers, there are different centers. What is mind? See, the brain part is physical part. There is nothing like mind. Focusing is called mind. So different parts in your body are there. When you focus on each part, you will be a different person. Your understanding, your concentration, your activity, your actions, everything will be different. For sex, definitely you have to go from your focus through your genitals, not through your mind. And suppose you know, you want to hear something, then your focus should be where? Through your, see, when you want to love somebody, your focus should be from where? From your heart, not from your mind. When you want to love through mind, that love is just a superfluous love. It is not a pure love. When you focus from the heart is one center. So 7 centers are there. So heart becomes one center. Through this center you focus, there you can experience the feeling of love. Feeling of love. When you focus through your brain for love, then you cannot experience love. See, love is not intellectual. See, that's what more the person who is intellectual, highly scientific, highly intellectual, he won't be able to feel the feeling of love, because everything he looks through his focuses from his mind. So he cannot experience so-called love. For love, what you have to do? From heart. For sex, you should focus through your genital, sex organs. For mathematics, where should you focus? Mind. Sex is not mathematics. Love is not mathematics. When you think love and sex as mathematics and calculative, and if you do, you cannot experience that feeling of love. So what this Sutra says, 43rd Sutra says is, he says, what it says, focus through your tongue. See, when you are thinking, what happens? When you are thinking, what happens? Thinking is equal to speaking, isn't it? When you think, what's happening? You are speaking. You are speaking with somebody or something inside you. You are not speaking outwardly. When thinking, what happens? You are speaking. For speaking, what you need? You need tongue. See, mind you, just sit there in a place and just keep on thinking. Suddenly you can find there is a connection between your thoughts and speech. There is a connection between your thoughts and speech, because you are speaking. Your thoughts will be having a vibration. As you think something, you are speaking, you want to speak to your manager, you are thinking like that, and your tongue keeps on vibrating. If you just keenly observe, then you find as you think, the thoughts are going on. You are speaking in the head. As you speak, you can have a feel that your tongue is vibrating. So you are concentrating where? In your mind for speaking. So there is a connection between the mind and your tongue. Now what this sutra says is to go inside. Focus all your attention in the middle of the tongue. Focus all your attention in the middle of the tongue. As you focus all your concentration in the middle of the tongue, what happens? The mind stops. The thoughts stop. Once you focus in the middle of your tongue, because thoughts are speaking. Speaking is tongue. When you suddenly focus, shift your focus from your mind to your center of the tongue, what happens? The thoughts stop completely. As the thought stops completely, what happens? Silence happens. You are unmovable, not thinking. As you are not thinking, what happens? You become a part of eternal. Eternal means what? Existential, godly. So you find lot of changes. Your mind is calm, quiet, everything is under the control of your tongue. The tongue has taken the control of the mind. The mind is not confused. The mind doesn't go in for deviations. Your thought, process, all the noises which is making in the head, everything is controlled by the tongue when you focus in the center of your tongue. So as you keep, see, thought means what? Action, isn't it? World is action, world is moving. You see birds flying, sun coming up, and clouds moving. So the world is movement, the thought is movement. But when you control, you take a wheel. You know the wheel, what do you mean by the wheel? A chakra. A wheel keeps on moving, isn't it? But you see in center part what happens? One place will be there, it is immovable, it doesn't move. The wheel moves with the help of a center part which is not moving. So as the entire mind comes here to the middle of the tongue, what happens? Everything is moving, you are silent. It is based on that, right? So now what happens? Your focus is changed from your mind to your center of the tongue. Now what the Sutra says is, with mouth slightly open your mouth slightly, keep mind in the middle of the tongue, keeping the mind in the middle of the tongue. So far we have come. Or if not, as breath comes in, you are taking the breath, open your mouth, you are taking the breath and going out, silently feel the sound ha. You inhale the breath, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. As you inhaling, what you feel? The air is coming. You are opening the mouth, you are inhaling through your mouth. You get a sound, mild sound. Ah, one sound comes, isn't it? As you observe, open your mouth slightly and inhale, you find one sound. Slowly, as you concentrate on that sound, slowly you will find that ha, it comes from your throat. Slowly, when you go deeper and deeper, you find that ha sound comes from your heart. So the focus has changed from your center of your tongue through your toe to your throat, then it comes to your heart. So focusing. What we do in normal days is we focus everything from our 7 o'clock mind. We keep on eating the food. Are we focusing through your tongue? No. We are not able to feel the taste, isn't it, sir? We keep on eating something, putting inside, but we don't focus from your tongue. We see everything. We focus everything from our mind, right? When you are angry, when you look at the world looks dirty, world looks nasty, world looks something which is not likable. You hear a lot of things. When you focus from your ears, you find a good music. We are not focusing from our ears. So in body, there are different parts, different centers. Usually it is called 7 centers. As you concentrate on each center, you will find a different person. You can feel and experience, but nowadays we are trained through the mind, not through our other centers. So from now on, practice this practice. What is that practice? With mouth slightly open, in the middle of the tongue. So keep mind in the middle of the tongue. Keep mind in the middle of the tongue. As you keep the mind in the middle of the tongue, what happens? Number 1, thoughts stop. Your mind completely stops. Silence. Keeping the mind in the middle of the tongue, what happens? Complete thoughts stop. Or slightly open your mouth, feel the sound ah. In the middle of the tongue, then it goes in from the throat, you can feel that sound, then you can come back to here. So I think you have learned something today. In the Tantra 43, it says focus. Love through your heart, focus through your heart. 6, through your 6 organs. Don't bring the mind for sex. Don't bring the mind for love. Don't bring your mind for everything. Okay, this is what the today's Siva Sutra 43 says.